It's a Cleveland Browns podcast. Let's get the Gleam together. Cold Lake wind and orange lights. Sunday fire, dog pound nights. We won the scars, we stood the test. Brown and orange across our chest. From the Muni lot to the end zone line. This city's heart still beats in time. Through every loss and every dream, you can feel it rise. There's a gleam. Let's get the gleam together. This is our time. Let's get the gleam together. Whoa. Let's get the gleam together. This is our town.
And good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to another edition of There's a Gleam podcast, a Cleveland Browns podcast. Today is July 22nd, 2026, right, John?
Yes, it is all day long.
And it's 12:04. We're a few minutes behind.
This has got to end, Steve. This
What's
has got to end. We've got to be on at noon.
Well, figure all the extra time we give at the end, we lack in the beginning. But how you doing today, my friend?
I got two things, Steve.
Uh-oh.
One, I got this new app. I accidentally bought an app on my phone for $100. I didn't even mean to buy this app, and it's a sleep app, and it's supposed to tell you how well you sleep. And dude, it doesn't work. I did not sleep at all last night, and it said I got a 92. And on nights that I sleep great, I'm a 92. So this app is garbage. I accidentally bought it for $100. That was stupid.
Sounds like
And-
my Libre app. I have the type 2 diabetes. I use that Libre where it can like monitor your live sugar.
Uh-huh.
And I'll take it and I'll be, oh, you're only like 100, which
Right.
is good.
Yeah.
I'm like, how could that be? I just took my dog to McDonald's and I ate a cheeseburger and fries. And, I pricked myself at the needle and it's like 50 points higher. I'm like, anyway, sorry to interrupt.
That's all right. No, I get it. I don't know.
It's
Anyways, and
infuriating.
then I had something else I was going to tell you, Steven. Now I forget because if
Because
I think of it later,
interrupted
I'll
you.
let you know. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. Actually, I forgot to tell you. So a couple weekends, I forgot to tell you last show. So it would have been the weekend before that. A common friend of ours, remember Andrea Rossi?
Yes.
Andrea stopped by, came up to our boat club on that Saturday, hung out with us all day. Unlike you, she stayed from like 5 to like 1 in the morning.
Good for her.
You see what I did there?
Good for everybody.
Sometimes you have an exit strategy before you even go to somewhere.
Exactly. Well, you do too. You actually
It is-
taught me that maneuver.
I thought you taught me, but
No, you taught me
no.
that maneuver like when we were like 20.
I need to see her more often because she came and she had all these gifts. I'm like, well, what's this? She's like, I had stuff for you. And so I was like, okay, she got
What
me
gifts did
this.
she bring you?
Look at that dog pound. Can you see that?
What?
Yeah.
Hey, hold on. There, I put it on the big screen. Okay, like
There
little.
you go.
What are
Like
those
the
people?
little people.
Yeah, little people.
So I got I don't have enough stuff. I got to figure out where to put this stuff. I got a little dog. His name is CB, and it took us. Now there may or may not have been alcohol involved. I'm like, CB. I wonder what that stands for. After a while, we're like, Cleveland Browns.
Yeah, I think there's definitely alcohol involved in that.
Yeah.
Well, you got a
And
whole
then-
bag of shit there.
Yeah, and then I'm a hat guy. I probably have about 40 to 50 hats. She
Yeah.
gave me this 2-pack hat rack to hang, which I could always use that. So
Yeah.
I was like, you need to come by more often. Bring me Browns gifts.
That's pretty
And
cool.
then if that wasn't enough, well, you can
Uh-huh.
go ahead and put it back on me because I always like to see a lot of me.
You look a lot better than me, anyways.
That's this new camera, but oh man. I finally placed some orders on There's a Gleam store. You can go to there'sagleam.com and go to the Gleam store and look what came in.
Oh, you got your mug. Now,
I got
what
the
size
big
mug is?
I
what
got the
size-
biggest one. I love me coffee, so I got my There's a Gleam mug, Stephen John.
Turn it so I can see how big the circle is, the circumference of it.
Huh?
You know what circumference is?
Yeah.
Well,
I got water.
So
got
I can
water
see
in
the
it.
circumference.
And
Oh,
it's
you
got
have water in it?
yeah.
There's a Gleam, man.
Yeah, I'm too
Gleam.
dumb to figure out this camera. Dude, it's pretty big.
So is that too big for coffee or is that just right?
I mean, it's big, 20 ounces. I usually do about 12. My Keurig's highest setting is 12 ounces. So,
Okay.
But that's okay. And
Yeah,
then
what else?
I got one other thing because I love me my bourbon. I got the rocks glass.
Oh, nice.
And I'm trying to figure out this camera. Everything.
There's a gleam.com. You can get them.
But the only thing is, it said it's like a 10 point something ounce glass. And I've always had this Brown's rocks glass.
Yeah.
So if you want to do a comparison.
Lift it up higher. I can't see. It looks smaller, but it looks wider. The circumference. Yeah. They're about the same. Oh.
They're about the same.
Maybe I'm wrong. Okay.
And this is smaller. The mug's bigger by a good quarter of an inch all the way around. So, it's a little smaller, but when you're doing a glass of bourbon, it's probably just about right. Yeah, just means nice. I can have more of them, right?
Yeah. A nice 8-ounce pour.
So I'm pretty excited. So
nice.
Got those. And so I know we've been working on that, the Gleam store. And so we're actually working on some other merchandise. Actually, we got the stickers. I don't have those with me, but we got some stickers. So when we go to Brown's training camp,
yes,
we're going different days. You're going on the 1st, is it?
I'm going August 1st, Saturday, 1:30. And then you're going on the
6th.
Okay. The 6th. Okay.
So we'll have some stickers to pass out because everybody loves a good sticker. So, but yeah, no. What's that?
The first day of training camp is what?
Tomorrow. And then for rookies.
And
then vets are coming on the 28th next week. So
right. Okay.
Or is that Sunday?
No, they're coming in tomorrow. Tomorrow's the first day for rookies.
Yeah. No, I was in my head. No, 20th is 27th. That's Tuesday. So, but before I forget, I do want to take a moment and I want to give out some condolences out. Beloved member of my boat club, the Chagrin Lagoon Yacht Club, beloved member Rita Kilroy passed away on Monday. We've been members there for 3 years, and Rita's just a terrific woman. Her and her husband, Bill, dude, they knew everyone. Fun story as we were talking, our friend and former Tailgate Muni Lot original, Amy Bubonics.
Yes.
She knew Amy. I mean, these people know everybody, but she passed away on Monday after battling an illness. And just like I said, just a wonderful woman.
Sorry to hear
that. Yeah. Thoughts and prayers go out to her husband, Bill, was a great guy. Kids, they had kids, grandkids, big family, huge extended family, the CLYC club, and just so many friends. Like I said, they knew everybody, but thoughts and prayers go out to them. And Rita, you were a terrific woman. We'll miss you. And again, just want to give a quick little shout out to her.
Very good. My condolences.
Oh, thank you. Yeah. That being said, we got a good show today. We actually scaled back some stuff. And before I go too far,
scale back so we can keep it to an hour.
After the third, Mike Palmer put after the third bourbon, do you care how big the glass is? Not really.
Well, that's
Saves
true,
me a trip.
Mike.
So that is very
Steve,
true.
what's your bourbon of choice right now?
Well, you know me. You got me started years ago on Blanton's. That's always going to be one of my tops. But at my club, I started doing the Eagles Rare.
Ooh, yeah.
10-year, and I gave that to you. It is. It's a relatively inexpensive. It's only about $49.50, but that's been kind of my other go-to. What about you? You told me of a couple.
Yeah, I kind of range anywhere between Maker's Mark and E.H. Taylor.
Okay.
Big wide range.
I was going to say that's a huge range.
No, but right now, actually, Maddie bought me, my daughter Madeline bought me a bottle of Blade and Bow, I believe the name of it is. Very good bourbon. What
is it called? I've never heard of it.
Blade and Bow, like a bow and arrow. Blade and Bow.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, interesting.
Very good. I like it. So.
Okay. Yeah. That E.H. Taylor, I haven't tried it. I've got 2 bottles.
You haven't tried it?
Yeah, I got about 12 bottles of bourbon over here. I got on this big kick. I'm buying them, and I'm just kind of methodically going through trying stuff. But that one I've not cracked open yet.
I love E.H. Taylor. That's one of my favorites.
Speaking of a good bourbon, I'm not going to spend as much time because everybody knows where we're at by now. Right. But yeah, in case you don't, you could tell them.
Yeah, in case you don't, we're on YouTube at There's a Gleam Podcast. Facebook, There's a Gleam Podcast. Basically, just type in There's a Gleam, and you'll get the Marty Schottenheimer video, and then you'll get us.
Yeah, we've made, you made it big when AI has a write-up about you.
AI had to write us. Oh, nice.
I think I did. There's a Gleam, and I pop up Stephen John and 2 lifelong friends and all this beautiful stuff. Mike Palmer put right now, he loves the Evan Williams honey. It's bottom shelf, but damn, is that a good on the rocks. I have not had that one, Mike, but I will have to.
I had the I love the Jack Daniels honey. That's a good shot. I like that shot. Oh, speaking of shots, Steve, and then we'll get to the show. Have you ever heard of a pickleback shot?
Heard of Nickelback? That's a pickleback.
So pickleback is a shot of Irish whiskey and then a shot of pickle juice. Never heard of it. The guys at work were like, dude, you were in the Navy and you never heard of a pickleback? I'm like,
right.
Never heard of it. So I tried one the other day. Excellent.
Really?
Excellent. Yeah. I didn't think the combo was going to work, but the pickle juice, something about it.
Put that on our list of drinks we need to try for tailgating. Exactly. Remember we had some of those ones we talked about last year doing?
The Micheladas?
We still haven't done this, but that's on the list.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry, Steve. I'll get you back. Go back. No. You're back on track now.
Yeah. We're good. Hey, we already know. We don't even have to say we're going to go way past an hour. So who cares? If we didn't have real jobs to have to worry about, we'd go all day. Who was that? Adrian Peterson, all day. Was that his nickname? All day.
Yeah, AP.
So we scaled back. Well, we scaled back on a few segments today because as we talked about, we told you we're going to do Browns news. We're going to focus pretty much on Well, we got a couple of little tidbits before, but we're going to talk training camp. It's almost here. Like we said, John said, rookies start tomorrow. Vets are on the 28th. So we're going to do a preview of the offense today. Some of the biggest questions entering camp. So we're going to have some fun with that. We're going to go over our social media responses with the Gleam confession, the Gleam showdown. He said what he said. Who our Gleam legend was this week. We got a little bit, and I stress a little bit of AFC North and NFL news. We do have the Inside the Dog Pound, and our free agent Fido of the week is Roxanne. So you'll like that one. So stay tuned for that. And then John has tailgating Latsu. Bring it or leave it. So I'm curious to hear about that one.
I think you'll like it.
All right. No land segment this week. Neither of us actually popped out anywhere out and about. And I don't have a rant and roll. But I do want to give what's that? Go ahead.
I was going to say, well, and then our little opening going a little bit longer kind of makes up for it.
There you go. And I do want to give a quick shout out, and I want to pull this up real quick. I have it here. I have it. Don't I have it? Do I have it? I thought I had it.
This fucking guy. Come on.
The dramatic effect. Oh, you know why I don't have it? Because I'm in the wrong. No, I was in episode 21's folder, and I should have been in episode 22. And there we go.
You're killing the Smalls.
Sorry. No, this is important.
Yes.
Wanted to give a quick shout out to an event that's going to be going on, which we are going to try and go to. And did it come up? There it is. Here we go. Slowly but surely. It's a little cut off, but there we go. I can't say this. Tuscarawas County Browns backers present Carlos Baerga autograph signing at Shenanigans in Dover, Ohio. So don't miss your chance to meet former Cleveland Indians All-Star Carlos Baerga. They're going to have autographs. I think it's 1 for $20, 3 for $40, inscriptions, $5 each. There's complimentary photo with Carlos, friend of show, and president, Rich Desiker. I hope I said your last name right, Rich. He gave me this out. I've seen them promote. They've done a lot of events. They always do stuff. They just had, not too long, I thought they had something. I see them on our friends over at Bearded Brown show. Did they do something with Ernest Biner just recently?
They did. Ernest Biner, I think they did.
I know they've got some, Gilliam, the Scottish Hammer.
Jamie Gilliam.
They had something with him, I thought happened. And I know they got another big announcement potentially coming up soon. Not to spill any beans. Sorry, Rich. Rich is probably like, shut up. But they're working on something else. But they always do a lot of stuff. And,
cool.
Good gang. But, I wanted to pimp them out a little bit. Josh Cribbs. Thanks, Rich. Rich is listening to the show. We're behind in some we got thanks, Rich. The how do you say it, John?
Tuscaroras.
Browns backers, love your podcast. I always forget, but they're about I think about 20 minutes ish of Canton area, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I don't think I've been down that way in a long time, Steve. I think
I would love to go to this. I used to work there.
I'd love to go to this, but this is August 1st. That's the day I'm going to training camp.
That's right. Oh, yeah.
Well, maybe you can head down there.
I might actually. Dude, Carlos has a show now he does on Big Play Sports with Gab Gouda. They do a Indians or Guardians thing. Rob Jacobs said Sazerac and Basil Hayden. I'm assuming that's bourbons.
Sazerac, yeah.
All right, I'm not familiar with either of those, but okay.
Sazerac is also a drink that they do with it's like an Amaro and also special bitters. I think it's like a New Orleans thing.
Okay, interesting. So, all right, well, let's get to it, John. We got we want to start talking. I mean, can you believe it? We're just about here.
About time.
Right?
Because man, it's like everything just moves so slow in the off season. And even really when I was researching stuff for the the AFC North news and NFL news, it's just really, really slow right now. But we've got a lot to talk about, and we're going to kind of go over some Browns news real quick, and then we'll talk a little training camp preview.
Yeah.
So first of all, center Ethan Pocic signs with the Baltimore Ravens. Steve, what the heck?
All right.
How do you feel about him going to the Ravens? I guess how do you feel about that going to?
He's coming off injury. I don't know. We got Whippler. We drafted Brailsford. The line
I just don't like when anybody goes to Baltimore.
Yeah, but I think in this case, we didn't resign him. We didn't want him. But it's different from like we were trying to get you. And, hey, I'm going to Pittsburgh or I'm going to Baltimore or whatever. Cincy. This was, hey, we didn't want you. Guys got to make a living. And Baltimore lost their all-pro center to the Raiders. So
right. Tyler Lindenbaum.
Yeah, so it makes sense, I guess. I mean, I don't have a problem with it. Like I said, it wasn't.
You're so much more level-headed than me. I just get emotional.
Well, you're gonna play a video a little bit later, I hope, of you at the store, and we'll see how you feel about. We're gonna see how you feel about the other teams in our division,
right? Also, Browns. This just happened. Browns signed cornerback Damari Mathis.
Okay,
because cornerback Dom Jones, I guess he failed a physical. They tagged him with a failed physical designation. So I'm not sure what happened with Dom Jones. Mathis, he's 5'11", 195. He's in his fourth year out of Pittsburgh. He was selected by the Broncos in the 4th round in 2022. 43 career games in Denver and 102 tackles and 9 passes defended. So we'll see if he can lock onto this roster.
All right. I don't know either of them. I ain't going to lie.
I don't either. But hopefully we'll hear a lot about this kid, and he'll be making plays on Sunday.
Nice.
The other thing, Steve, that's gotten a lot of attention is this Shedeur Sanders youth camp that he had. I believe I read it before. I think it was it 500 kids went to this event with Shedeur. Shedeur is actually practicing in Florida, in Miami, with Deshaun Watson and some of the Browns receivers, and I guess he took a private jet back to Cleveland. Cost him about $45,000. They're saying. Jeez. And then Shedeur shows up at the camp and the kids absolutely go crazy. When's the last time you've seen a Browns quarterback make such an impact in the community?
Oof. I mean, Bernie's the obvious one, but I feel like is there somebody in between?
Baker?
To a point, Baker that first year or two, yeah, maybe not to the extent, but
the kids just love Shedeur Sanders.
Yeah, they really do. I mean, there's a lot to like about the kid, so I'm pulling for him. I hope he works out. Time will tell.
Yeah. So you want to start with this? You want to start with this training camp battles?
So
what we got going on?
Yeah, I'm gonna pull this up here.
Why don't you start us off, Steve?
All right. Well, since you brought up quarterbacks, we're going to talk some quarterbacks. So it's finally here. Like every year, it's the start of a new era, right? Hope is eternal. And Todd Monken takes over as head coach. He's bringing a faster, more aggressive offense built around motion, tempo, and getting playmakers in space. So today's focus isn't predictions. It's the biggest offensive battles to watch through camp. Like we started putting this together.
Yeah.
At one point, I think we had over 20 pages. We literally had every player. And we're like, we're an hour show, hour and 15. I'm like, there's no way. So we condensed this to about 30 minutes. So we're going to see. So we're not going to talk about every single player, but we're going to talk about some of the biggest storylines entering camp, and just battles, camp battles, and some things, whatnot. So, a big historic storyline in camp is still going to be the quarterback room.
Always will be until we get one.
I really think, in all honesty, I think everybody believes it's really a two-man race. I don't think really most 99.9% of the fans feel Dillon Gabriel has a shot at being a starter, or the rookie Taylen Green. So I think most people think it's Deshaun Watson or Shedeur Sanders. So, Watson enters camp. He's the veteran. Biggest question remains his health and consistency, and needs to show he can command Monken's offense.
Yeah, and can he shake the rust off?
Well, And then you got Sanders going into year 2. He's one of the most exciting players on the roster, one of the most beloved as by the fans.
Yeah.
He's looking to prove, is he ready for a larger role? So I think there may not be a true quarterback controversy today, but every preseason snap matters, because the Browns have several young quarterbacks and they've got to evaluate, but I do think they need to make a decision quick.
I think so too, but weren't you saying they were talking about till the Buffalo?
That's the one thing they had out that they weren't going to. I'm like, that's crazy. I mean, I want my starter to get the most reps possible. So if this is a competition, you got to give them, I guess, some time, I guess. But at the end of the day, we've got so many new people. You got a new offense, a whole new offensive line, new playmakers, and the quarterback. Last year was a freaking debacle. You had four guys, in camp, and we saw what that did. So I think you need to make a decision relatively quickly, stick with it, and let that person go. So,
do you feel that the battle for the third string quarterback is bigger than, not bigger, but, and we know it's not as important, but is that a bigger battle in a way? Is it going to be Gabriel or?
I think it'll be intriguing. I think most Browns fans saw enough of Dillon Gabriel, fair or not, to be like, hey, dude's short. He's a lefty. That's my personal, not a big.
Because don't you think that no matter what, they've got to have Taylen Green on this roster?
Just from his athletic ability alone is very intriguing. I think he's got, put it this way, in my opinion, he's got way more upside potential than Dillon Gabriel. I mean, don't you kind of see what you got with Gabriel? I mean, do you think he could get better? Do you think that arm's stronger? Do you think anything's different?
Well, there is that school of thought that maybe the fit with Stefanski wasn't right. And maybe he's a better quarterback than what we saw last year. Maybe Stefanski was preaching that check down too much.
I don't know.
No, look, you're not buying it.
I don't know.
I never
saw the guy throw the ball. I never saw the guy throw the ball more than 10 yards on the field. I can't deal with that again. So
I can't.
Taylen Green, the size, the athleticism, the arm, everything. Oh yeah. I mean, that kid's really intrigued. He might not make it at all, but I'd rather swing and miss with somebody like that than Dillon Gabriel. No offense.
100%, Steve. So, left-handed and short ain't going to work.
So, but we talked about this before, and you wanted to talk about Sanders on competing with Deshaun Watson, and you mentioned they're all together, which I'll let you talk about it.
Yeah, so they're actually working together, which I like, and I think that's good for the team. I think they're both understanding where they're at on this team. That Watson knows he's in his last year. He's probably not coming back this year, but he wants another contract next year.
Right.
So if Watson can start, which a lot of people are saying, even I heard Tony Grossi saying that he believes that Watson will start. If Watson can turn this thing around and have a good year, he might get signed next year to another big contract, which would be absolutely insane. But yeah, they're working together, and they've been in Miami together. I guess, would you rather have a heated quarterback competition or where two quarterbacks are helping each other? Because there's those guys like Aaron Rodgers. I'm not helping anybody. Like, it's not my job. Brett Favre, not my job to help anybody.
Why not? We're in a friendly mood. I'd rather that. What was the other one? A friendly?
Friendly?
Is that what was my options? A heated or what?
A heated or friendly or helping,
Helping. Why not? He's a veteran. for nothing, Deshaun Watson, his first 5 years, was it about in the league? I mean, he was one of the better quarterbacks. At one point, some people thought he was a top 3 quarterback in the league. So
he was right behind Josh Allen at one point.
Yeah.
Maybe neck and neck with them.
Didn't he lead the league the 1 year over 4,500 yard passing yards or something? 40. So, I mean, if you got somebody that is willing to help you, it beats the alternative of dividing locker. So I'm okay with it. I just secretly and publicly want Shedeur Sanders to be the quarterback. And it's not because I'm a Sanders lover or whatever. I'm done with Watson. I mean, I don't think he could stay healthy. It didn't work out. It's so nice to not talk about the allegations and all the stuff that happened in the past. I just want to give Sanders a legitimate shot. And if he's not the answer, great. Then there's no doubt. We added a lot to this offense, and that's why we wanted to talk about this. So, if you don't have it, you got 2 first-round picks for next year. Go get that quarterback next year then. But, I mean, I don't see Watson starting, how that helps us. And if he does play good, do you really want to sign him to another long-term contract and then hope he stays healthy?
No.
Oh, I'm done.
All right, well, let's move on to running backs then, since you're done with quarterbacks. We've got Quinshon Judkins, obviously expected to be our feature back. Yeah,
I think this is one that, as crazy as this sounds, I think we've got some deep positions here, especially on the offensive side, groups, I should say, positions. So I think there's no doubt Quinshon should be the number 1 back. And then I think the battle is mostly for the number 2. And I think, Dillon Sampson.
I think it's going to be Dillon Sampson at number 2. And then you're going to have Raheem Sanders.
I liked him a lot last year. When he got to play
back. Yeah.
Rocket Sanders, I really liked him, and I'm glad they brought him back. I was worried they weren't. I like what I saw last year with that line and how he produced late in the season like that. I do like Dillon Sampson. I think he's that good, versatile. He's got speed. The receiving ability really stands out, and he can tote the rock. So I think it's Quinshon, I think most people feel he's more of that running type running back, not so much a dual threat, although he can catch out of the backfield. But Sampson definitely is the smoother receiver, and I like that difference. He's almost like not a Darren Sproles, because he was a little tiny guy, quick, but kind of like in that manner. Right. So I do like the 1-2 punch. It'll be interesting to see how Monken distributes touches between the 3 backs.
Yeah, it will, for sure.
Yeah. So
so last year the Browns were 27th in the NFL in rushing.
Okay.
97 yards a game, which isn't terrible, but not that great either, really.
Okay.
So I really feel that with the offensive line that they rebuilt a little bit, I think Judkins will have a good year. And I even think Sampson can have a really good year.
Yeah. Hopefully he stays healthy. I mean, Judkins was off to a good start. At one point was leading all rookie running backs in rushing, and I think would have been well over 1,000 yards had he been able to, with that bad of a line and with the quarterback play. So with an improved line, more weapons, stays healthy, I'm excited. I think 1,200 plus yards with Quinshon possibly. So
I did see Quinshon post something that he's feeling pretty good. He said more, it's not physical, it's just now the mental aspect of being confident that you're healthy and running.
Yep, taking that hit, getting tackled again. So that makes sense. So I like where we're at with the running backs. This one, surprisingly, for all the complaining and moaning we've done through the years and the lack of receivers, this one for me may be the most competitive group on the offensive side of the ball here. And it's weird because I know a lot of them are unproven, but it seems like this might be one of the most depth or talent wise. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, if these guys pan out, Steve.
Well, so whether people like it or not, Jeudy is still the unquestioned number 1 receiver, and the Browns need him to be a consistent wide receiver 1. I mean, our buddies over at Bearded Browns, Angel, and the rest of the fellows, Angel especially, I know he's an analytics guy, a numbers guy. He could throw out some big numbers. I remember he was talking about some of his stats and stuff, and he's up there with the top 20-something receivers in a lot of stats. I think there's no doubt Jeudy's going to be the number 1. I think the biggest battles become who becomes our wide receiver 2. Is it going to be Casey Concepcion, the first-round pick? Is it the second-round pick, Denzel Boston, who by some accounts had a really good mini camp earlier? And then you still have Cedric Tillman. A lot of people were high on him. He showed flashes over the last couple of years when he could stay healthy. And then the kid last year, Isaiah Bond, the speedster, he showed some promise too. So you got 4 guys right there battling for that number 2 receiver.
Right.
And then once you figure that out, who's the slot receiver? Is it Concepcion? We didn't even talk Malachi Corley, who I liked. He played last year. He showed a lot. He's got speed. They did a lot of the end arounds to him. And when he gets the ball in some space, so you got the other guy they signed, Aaron Anderson. So
Gage Larvadane.
Yeah. Yeah. You know.
And then also, I always forget his name. The kid that played at, was it Mentor? Kent State?
Lake Catholic, was it Florio?
Yeah.
Luke Florio?
Luke Florio, yeah.
Yeah.
And we'll see if he can catch on. I thought he played well last year in the preseason until he pulled that hamstring.
Yeah. Yeah, he showed some flashes. You know, he's a good story, local kid and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of talent there. The question isn't whether they'll keep 6 receivers. It's who's going to separate themselves enough to earn meaningful snaps. You got, several young receivers that'll be battling. But I think, like we were saying, the biggest camp battles for this is who emerges as that number 2 receiver. John, I know you haven't seen anything but some mini camp of rookies. What's your gut telling you for that number 2 receiver?
I think it's going to be Denzel Boston.
I do too.
I think Concepcion, he's a little bit behind from what I understand as far as just route running and in general.
I just love that big target. What's Denzel? 6'4"?
6'4", 210 pounds.
I've been craving.
And he wants to be physical. He wants to be nasty.
And he catches everything. I mean, I'm loving what I've seen from him in camp so far. And I do like Concepcion. I think he brings that other element. I think he should, in my opinion, he seems like he could be that perfect little slot guy. Dare I say, on a former Gleam legend that we featured a few weeks back, a Brian Brennan, but only faster.
Maybe.
Little slot. I call him little. I think he's 6 foot, but 5'11", 6 foot. But I like his speed. Again, open space with him. He kind of reminds me a little bit of like Zay Flowers, which actually Todd Monken had him when he was at Baltimore. So if he's familiar with that type of receiver, he definitely knows how to use them. So I can see that.
Yeah, I think you'll see the bubble screens.
Yeah.
Casey Concepcion. He's got that kind of speed. He can be on the outside, get a couple blockers in front of him, and make something happen. I
think so. And Isaiah Bond, remember, he was the big play guy. Remember, he hooked up a few times with Shedeur last year with the big bombs stuff. And if he didn't have the problems he had, most people had that kid projected as a 2nd or 3rd round pick at worst last year. Unfortunately, he had the issues, which turned to be
nothing. Absolutely nothing.
Which I guess is a blessing for the Browns. And then they were willing to give him that guaranteed money that I guess other teams weren't. I remember they took a little bit of a hit for that. Like, you're giving this kid that much guarantee. And I don't think it was all that crazy in the grand scheme. But I like what I saw from Isaiah Bond. So I'm excited to see that. Tillman, when he did play, he was our best receiver at one point. Remember when the injuries and stuff? And he said he had that stretch of 3 or 4 games where he was catching, 5-6 balls a game, 70+ yards. And again, he got hurt. It's happened a couple times.
That's been his problem, is staying healthy.
I agree. I think that's a make or break for him.
Interesting, Steve. Interesting though. I was watching Steve Smith Jr. talk about Isaiah Bond, and he's really high on Isaiah Bond. I guess Bond has added about 15 pounds of muscle in the offseason.
That's huge because that's one thing he needed. He's a little slender, but to add some bulk and some size, that's not a bad thing. And hopefully he maintains that speed because that's his biggest asset.
Right. Well, and he was saying too, last year Isaiah Bond really didn't have an off season. He was
he was late to camp, wasn't he? Did he start?
Well, yeah, because he was marred down in that whole legal issue he had going on, and then he didn't sign, I think, until August. So he never really had a true experience of being at all the OTAs and all that. I think that's going to do Isaiah Bond a world of good to be here throughout the whole preseason.
Yeah.
Or a whole off season. Yeah.
Well, and then, so those are the big guys. Then you have a few, there'll be a few final roster spots, probably more like special teams guys and just some added depth. But, we didn't even talk about Jamari Thrash, who was a draft pick just, a couple of years ago. Yeah. They brought in Taylen Wallace, who I think also has returning ability. Wasn't Wallace? Was he the one that was in Baltimore? I forget now. You mentioned Florio. You mentioned Larvadane. The other kid,
Cole Wilson.
Yeah, Cole Wilson. So I think, special teams will probably ultimately decide those battles, who can contribute there. So, but like we said, I think Jerry Jeudy enters camp as unquestioned number one receiver. It's a huge year for him. I think, me personally, I think Todd Monken's offense should put the ball in his hands more than ever. And the Browns need to play him like a true wide receiver, in my opinion.
Yeah.
But behind him, though, I think the competition's wide open. I think Concepcion brings the versatility we talked about. Tillman is fighting for,
he's fighting for his life right now, Steve.
Really is. So, like you said, Boston, he gives us the size. Bond brings that game-breaking speed. So, Corley, he's another weapon after the catch. So, there's talent, there's youth, and I think the competition, don't be surprised if the final depth chart isn't decided until last game. I think, unlike years past, I think there'll be more surprise, like, oh, wow, we let this guy go, where before we had no depth.
I mean, 6 guys are going to make this team.
Yeah.
So there's some decent football players that are not going to be, what is that, Jamari Thrash?
Yeah, actually, Ethan, our buddy over at Going Nuclear, and check out his show. That's a great show. Plus, he does some other stuff. He does, he was doing the soccer. Ethan, you're going to have to comment. Are you doing Guardian stuff too? Jamari Thrash. I didn't mistype that name. Oh, no, we did
Jamari Trash.
Oh, I misread it.
Jamari Trash. He put Jamari Trash.
All right. We know how Ethan feels about him. Good point. So, yeah, I think as crazy as it sounds, as much as we've been bitching and moaning about our receivers and stuff, I think there's some talent on this team this year, and I think it could be an exciting group. So we shall see.
To me, Steve, this to me, the receiving core is what I want to see. I want to see what happens with these guys and who makes it and who doesn't.
Yeah, no, I agree. I mean, other than running backs and tight ends, I mean, receivers and treatment, of course, the quarterback, who's gonna be the guy, and then the offensive line with 5 new guys, probably starters. But all right, let's move on. We got tight ends. This one's pretty easy. Todd Monken loves his tight ends, and I mean, look who he's had to deal with in the past. He's had Mark Andrews,
Isaiah Likely.
Yeah, where'd he go? Is it the Giants?
He went to the Giants, I believe.
With Harbaugh. Yeah, makes sense. I mean, it's no question. The number one guy with Njoku gone, it's Harold Fannin. He could, in my opinion, and I think many others, he could be one of the biggest breakout players on this offense. He's entering year 2 after gaining valuable experience and was probably, I think most people think he was our best receiver last year.
Yeah.
So behind him, you got the 2 rookies. You got Joe Royer and Carson Ryan. Mm-hmm. And then we did sign the veteran Jack Stoll. I think it was, the Saints he came from?
I believe so.
And there's actually about 2 or 3 other tight ends on there, but I think these are the main guys. So the big question is who's tight end number 2? Kind of like Stefanski, I think to expect to see plenty of 2 tight end formations. So what are you thinking?
Yeah, I think definitely that Royer and Ryan will make the team. You'll have 3, and then you're probably gonna have 1 more, right? Probably 4 tight ends.
I think that's what they went and passed. I think Stoll's, they went and signed Jack Stoll. So, I mean, unless barring something crazy happened, I gotta believe it would be him making it.
You have Brendan Bates and Caden Preekscorn. If I said that right, I'm not sure.
Sure.
So that's who's battling for that 4th spot. And I don't know, Steve, could the Browns possibly sign someone that gets cut?
I mean,
from another team.
Well, that 53 is never just 53, going into It's always, there's always a few changes, but this one's pretty, I mean, like we said, I would think Fannin's going to become even a much bigger part of the offense under Monken. But like I said, I like the 2 rookie draft picks, Joe Royer and Carson Ryan.
I think that they could I actually believe that they could surprise some. One of those guys might surprise. I don't know who.
Yeah.
But a lot of attention is going to be on Harold Fannin. And if they line up the 2 tight ends.
Well, and you're starting to see a bit of a common theme here because both those rookies bring athleticism and receiving ability. And you keep hearing more and more athleticism, versatility what they're building. So if Monken uses many of the 2 tight end sets as he has in the past, I mean, don't be surprised if this group becomes one of the hidden strengths of this offense. So I would expect one of those 2 rookies to maybe pop out, maybe not to the extent of what Harold Fannin did,
right?
But I think to be productive, like an Isaiah Likely was in Baltimore. I thought he was, hey,
he was behind Andrews, and he got his touches, but not a ton of touches.
Right.
Ethan said in the beginning.
Ethan said he's a part of the prospects of the land. That's what I knew. He did, talking the entirety of the Guardians organization. Also, we're back to the Crunch podcast next season.
Ooh,
nice.
Nice.
I know he does D3 women's. He's the play-by-play for D3. I forget the school. It's right on the tip of my tongue, and it's a pretty basic name.
Ethan's got a great voice too.
I told him he's got the perfect
voice.
He's got a perfect face for radio. And but his voice he sounds like a play-by-play
He sounds
guy.
professional, man. He sounds
and
good.
then he also said Fannin will be integral in the offense. And can you imagine how good Judkins might be with a full camp and a better
yeah.
From your lips to God's ears, Ethan.
Exactly.
That's what we're hoping. Give us a good running game. So I'm excited. So this one for me may be the and we're 12:45. Yeah, we'll see. We're gonna run late. Offensive line.
Ooh, Steve, I know that
Hold on,
a lot of people have talked about
Randolph Macon College. What's their nickname, Ethan? I thought it was like, I want to say it's not the Bees or something. Shoot. I've seen it. I've actually watched some of your clips. Randolph Macon College, and thanks for the kind words. You're welcome. You earned it, my friend, and we wish the best for you. I think you'll get a break sooner or later.
Yeah.
All right.
Offensive line. Did I say defensive? I meant to say offensive if I said defensive, but
it may be defensive if they play that bad.
It's going to be very offensive.
That'd be offensive. Yeah, it would be.
Yeah, they're offensive. People are talking about how they rebuilt this line.
Yellow Jackets. Sorry, John. I love to interrupt you today.
You did.
Yeah, I knew it was something with the Bees, though. I remembered that. So anyway, get back to the offensive line because this one intrigues me the most, I think.
Well, it scares me the most.
It might be a better way of saying it.
So I guess right now we drafted Spencer Fano. Mm-hmm. I think he's going to be left tackle. All indications are he will be starting right off the rip. Do you see that not happening, Steve, or do you think Fano is going to be?
Hey, if you saw he said what he said, I already said Fano is going to be a starter at the beginning of the season. But yeah, I think all intention, you drafted him. He's going to get the first crack, and he's going to have every opportunity. He's your starting left tackle to start.
And Steve, and if he struggles a little bit, who cares? He's learning the position in the NFL. I can live with a Spencer Fano making a couple mistakes each week. It's not going to kill the Browns.
I don't think it'll be for a lack of effort or lack of conditioning because everything I've seen of this kid, I love so far. So I think, is he going to be Joe Thomas? I don't know. Is he going to be a Jed Wills? I'm hoping he's better. But I love the kid's attitude. I love his athleticism. Said it again. I love everything about the kid. Everything I've seen.
I do too.
I'm excited. So, but yeah.
I love watching his video. You ever see his videos on like TikTok and stuff too? With I think it's his girlfriend or his wife.
I think it's fiance. I don't know if they're
fiance.
Or did they get
pretty
married?
Good together? I don't
know if they just got married or there's so much fake stuff out there. I don't know if they had something where like about 3 or 4 Browns that got married, and I don't know if that was true. Didn't they show like him, Concepcion, and a couple others? But I don't know if that's right. It's at least a fiance. I know that. But
yeah. Anyways, getting back. So left guard, I guess penciled in. Elgton Jenkins.
Elgton
Jenkins. I can't say that name with a G.
Elgton. Yeah.
It's a G silent.
Elton. Sure.
Elton.
Yeah, go with that. It works. I'd say Jenkins, but we got 2 of them on the team.
Jenkins.
EJ. There you go.
Luke Wepler or Brailsford. Parker's Brailsford at center.
Yep.
And then Zion Johnson or right guard and Titus Howard maybe at right tackle.
I think I think that's what I'm looking at for
kind
me.
Of penciling in.
Yeah, and I mean, again, I know we're going to talk about it next segment, but he said what he said. I predict there's going to be 2 rookies starting on the offensive line to start the season. Fano at left tackle. I think Brailsford's going to end up. I don't know if Whippler's 100%, but I think that Brailsford kid is going to be a surprise, and I think he's going to end up winning the job for some reason. Maybe I'm wrong, but I like him a lot. But
it's a good prediction.
I think. If there's one position group that's going to determine how successful this offense becomes, it's going to be this offensive line, right? They completely rebuilt it during the offseason. I think they did a pretty good job. They added some veteran talent, possibly some future cornerstone pieces we're hoping, and there's competition at really every position when you look at it.
I I still think this group is 1 year away from adding 1 or 2 more pieces to get where they really want to be. But this is an improvement. It's an improvement over last year without question.
Oh, for sure.
And then, Steve, you still have to wonder, Dawad Jones.
Now, that's what I was just going to say. I mean, the tackle spots are taking shape. I think everybody's expecting Fano, and you went and made the trade for Howard. But now all of a sudden, Jones, who everybody was counting on to be that not only before right tackle, but now the left tackle, he's now really the third tackle. And if he's our third tackle, I'm feeling pretty good about that, to be honest with you.
I am too.
So I like that a lot. And then you talk about, excuse me, look at what they did with the guards. All of a sudden, and that was our strength. We went from Bitonio and Teller, who were 2 all-pro offensive linemen, to, you bring in the Eldon Jenkins. You trade for Zion Johnson. You sign. You still had Tevin Jenkins. I mean, I kind of was expecting more even last year from Zach Zinter, the Michigan guy we took a couple years back. I don't know if he just has never been quite the same since that injury. Something seems not quite there, but I mean, again, he's in the mix. So you got 4 guys battling that out. You got the 2 centers. We're talking Whippler and Brailsford is going to be a good battle. I think there's a lot of, wide opening heading into camp. And, if this line develops chemistry quickly, this offense could surprise people.
Yeah. And I think that's fair to a degree. I don't know how quick they're going to gel though, Steve, if you've got 2 rookies on the offensive line.
You're asking a lot.
You're asking a lot.
Honest.
You are.
You're not just adding 1 or 2 pieces. You just put 5 guys, more than likely 5, maybe, but really all 5 never work together.
Yeah, well, they better sleep, eat, and drink, and go home together, because they need to get on the same page and quickly.
Right? Yeah. So, so biggest battles to kind of break down just a little bit. Biggest battles, again, you talked about Spencer Fano. How can the rookie immediately become that franchise left tackle? The center, the Whippler, Brailsford. I think that's probably going to be one of the closest battles on the team. And then, I think it's a 3-man race with the guard between both the Jenkins and Zion Johnson. My guts tell me Eldon Jenkins and Zion Johnson, but like we said, I think this line will determine how good this offense becomes. So,
for sure. There
we go. So, well, we flew through that. No, it's 12:50. We didn't fly. So, fine. Some final thoughts. So, what we kind of talked about a little bit. Todd Monken, I think, inherited an offense that's younger, faster, and far more athletic and versatile that we talked about a few times that we've seen in recent years. So, I think training camp's not only about deciding the starters, it's also about discovering how quickly this offense can come together with, especially with the 5 linemen.
Yep. Rookie receivers, rookie linemen.
Yep.
Which is fine.
So,
it'll pay off. It'll pay off over time.
Totally agree. I think the biggest storylines entering camp are going to be the quarterback, the hierarchy, who's going to be 1, who's going to be 2, that running back rotation, like we talked about, who earns the wide receiver 2 and slot receiver for us. Fannin, his second year jump, how big of a jump is he going to make? And then, the line, center competition between Whippler and Brailsford, the guard competition between the 3 guys, and just how quickly that whole line comes together. So,
yeah, I totally agree.
All right.
You want to get on with our social media responses from the week?
Yeah.
I'm excited about those.
Let's hit a little bit of that real quick. So, start with there's a Gleam legend.
This week we did Reggie Langhorn. Steve, did you freeze? Or are you just looking?
Nope, I'm there.
Blank?
I'm realizing.
Oh, I thought you had a blank look on your face, like you froze or something.
Nope, I'm just realizing. I think I was on the wrong. Rookie mistake.
What'd you do?
I think I was on the wrong folder when I was uploading a bunch of our stuff. But anyway, I got it now. It's all good. I recovered.
Good. You're quick like that. Reggie
Langhorn. Actually, I think we did a typo. Doesn't Langhorn have an E at the end? I just realized that later. Oh, well. Did I lose you?
No, I'm looking something up. No, there's no E at the end. Oh, there is an E.
Yeah, there is.
Oh, Reggie's going to hate us for that.
Yeah. Hopefully he doesn't see this one. Anyway, that was
another one.
I loved Reggie Langhorne. Reggie Langhorne and Webster Slaughter. If these receivers we got are anything close to that, we're going to be in good shape.
Could you imagine like Casey Concepcion is like Slaughter and
Thanks,
Langhorne
Ethan.
is like Boston?
Yep. Ethan even said Reggie and Webster were amazing. I love those two with Brian Brennan in the slot. So give me maybe Jeudy finds it. Boston is the next guy, and you got Concepcion. That'd be great. So anyway.
And is Reggie still doing the TV shows on Sunday morning? I haven't
he was at Tailgate 19. He's with that group
19, with Hanford.
Golick. Was it Hanford? Is Eric over there? Metcalf,
maybe. Yeah. I don't really watch those Sunday morning shows. I wish I could watch more.
Well, we're usually tailgating at the games. I do watch some. I bounce around this stuff and do different things. Yep. Newsome, Ozzie. Let's hope Fannon's like Ozzie.
Right. That'd be great.
Gleam Confessions. I really like this one a lot that you did. And we got some pretty
the Gleam confession was I defended a Browns player longer than I should have. Who was it? Rob Jacobs said Josh Gordon. Mike Palmer said Deshaun Watson. I told Mike in the comment, I said I didn't even want Deshaun from day one. So this makes it even more painful for me.
Right.
James Frank said David Njoku.
Yeah.
And that's kind of a weird one because Njoku was good, but like we've talked about in the past, he never really hit that peak, that high peak, except maybe in like 2023.
Right. I agree.
Tony Left said Derek Anderson.
Okay.
Michael Bartone said Brady Quinn. And I told him I'm with him on Brady Quinn.
Yeah.
I thought Brady Quinn.
I did too. I thought Brady with his background seemed like, I think he just got too big muscular.
He did. My wife was just talking about that the other day. We were watching something and Patrick Mahomes had his shirt off on something we were watching. She's like, she's like, he has a dad bod. I said, I think the great quarterbacks do have dad bods because Tom Brady wasn't anything like a Hercules, but then you have Brady Quinn who looked like a Greek god and couldn't throw the ball worth shit.
That's true. Gleam Showdown. This was a really good one. We got a lot of responses with that one.
There were a lot. Why don't you go over some of those?
Give me a second because I realized
okay. So it was the Gleam Showdown was Eric Metcalf versus Josh Cribbs. Basically, didn't say anything else. Just put it out there.
There it is.
Metcalf versus Cribbs.
Yep. So I think it was, so on Facebook, I saw David Urbar said Cribbs. He tackles very well too. Dan Gillis said Metcalf. So 1-1. But TikTok, on my TikTok, John Elliott 542 had Eric Metcalf all day. Wyatt's dad said Metcalf. He was a masterpiece in motion, and the double juke move in Cincy was one of the most amazing plays he'd ever seen. Joe said Metcalf was light years ahead of Cribbs. So from the responses I saw, this was pretty in favor, which kind of surprised me. But Metcalf, from what I saw, what was yours social media saying?
I kind of had a lot of split, 50-50 Cribbs, Metcalf.
Okay.
I did have one good comment from Dan Stratton. He said, I had the privilege of watching both careers. Cribbs was electric, but Metcalf could change a game in other aspects of the offense. Both could return like no others. Cribbs should be in Canton for it. But my money would be on Metcalf, more versatile and more consistent. I kind of agree with that because he could run. He was running back, Metcalf up the middle. He could catch the ball. So I think he was a little more versatile.
That used to drive me nuts though. Remember back in the day, we're like, come Metcalf up the middle. Why? Why do you keep doing that? Belichick used to drive me nuts. They used to drive me nuts with that.
Metcalf up the middle.
But it was a pretty open-ended thing he did. I mean, I tell you right now, I'd love to have both of them on the team right now. I mean, Cribbs is probably one of the best returners, definitely the best Browns returner, and that says something. And I think one of the top 10, if not top 6, 7 returners. Yeah. Metcalf for punt, he didn't do a lot of kicks, but punt return, he's up there as well. But again, get him in the open field, and as fast as he was with the moves that he had, Metcalf, he was phenomenal to watch. They both were. Loved them both.
I loved them both too. The two of my favorite Browns all time.
Well, and that's why they're still so beloved here in the area. So
yeah, it's very true. Steve, this week's Gleam Showdown. I went a little crazy, Steve.
All right.
I wish I had a picture for this, but go on Facebook.
Yes.
This week's Gleam Showdown is Browns mascot Chomp versus Guardians mascot Slider. Who's the better mascot?
I think Slider wins that one hands down.
Landslide. I think it's gonna be a landslide.
I do. That's my prediction, but that'll be interesting. Then we had he said what he said, and I kind of talked about, but I had this week I went with Spencer Fano and Parker Brailsford will be starting on the O-line to start this season. So that was my prediction, is that we're gonna have 2 rookie starters this year.
Okay. I like that one. I kind of agree with you.
I do. So, and then I want to get to this because this one took off like wildfire, fire, whatever. Lot of buzz, lot of likes. So I'm gonna let you talk about this one.
All right,
I like this a lot.
So what I did, you remember, Steve, a couple of weeks ago, we put in, I'm gonna turn this volume down a little bit. We put in one of our confessions that I put Brown stuff in front of Steelers stuff at the store. Well, that's what I did in this video.
You're a man of your word.
I am a man of my word. So I went and I took, I was at Giant Eagle and I put all the Brown stuff in front of Steelers stuff, which is it's therapeutic.
Dude, that was awesome. The responses back from that cracked me up.
Dude, the responses I've gotten from Pittsburgh people just losing their minds. I love it.
Oh, really?
Oh my God, dude. Steeler Nation is melting down because I tagged Pittsburgh Steelers when I did it.
Okay.
And all these Steeler fans are over 100 comments about this. And this guy said, Jason Sinez, he's probably a Steeler fan. He said, and still no Super Bowls to show for it.
Right.
And I said, 8 championships, 2 more than Pittsburgh has.
Oh,
and then he said, those championships are invalid. They have to be won this decade. Well, this guy's an idiot, first of all, because that's 10 years, and they haven't won shit in 10 years. Anyways, yeah. So and there was a lot of that. A lot of Steelers stuff. There was a lot that I was going back and forth with the Steelers that we have more championships than you do. Sorry, right. I don't care because if they change the name Super Bowl to something else tomorrow, you're going to tell me your Super Bowls don't count? Get out of here. Get out of here, Steeler fan.
No, I love it. That was extremely popular. I wanted you to play that, and that was awesome. So, no, good for you. Make sure you remove that out of the thing.
I did. Completely. Oh, delete it?
Yeah. And don't do you. Remove from studio. That specific thing.
There we go. I'm going to remove you from studio.
Yeah, all right. So, I don't know how much we're going to get into this.
Let's just skim over this real quick.
AFC North, some intel. Know your enemy. What do you got for us, Johnny?
Well, okay. Like I said earlier, it's a lot of, hey, everybody's looking great in training camp. That's the news. Everybody's excited. It's a brand new year. So there's not a lot of information right now. I think we'll see more in the next week or two. But I did the Ravens do want to lock up Zay Flowers to a long-term deal.
That makes sense.
He's entering year 4, back-to-back 1,000-yard seasons. Baltimore has exercised their 5th-year option. Now they want to try and secure him longer.
Okay.
So I think that'll probably happen. But, Steve, who's the best wide receiver in the AFC North right now? Zay Flowers, Jamar Chase, T. Higgins?
Oh, I think it's
Jerry Jeudy.
I'd love it. It's Jamar Chase. Let's not get crazy here. Let's not drink the Kool-Aid. I take Jamar Chase in a heart and love him. But, yeah, it's Chase.
That's about, Steve, I really have all for the North. There's not a lot going on right now.
Basically, everybody's same thing. Everybody's gearing up towards camp. About to start for everyone. I still don't understand why some teams get to start sooner than others. I know there's a reason. I don't remember why, but if you wanted it real quick for camps, 3 big storylines heading into camp, one for each team. I hate to say it's Aaron Rodgers. Does he have enough to make one last Super Bowl run? I think that's Pittsburgh's biggest thing. Ravens, you got how quickly can Jesse Minter put his stamp on that team, and what are they going to look like now that Harbaugh is not there? And Bengals. This is always going to be the Bengals for as long as theirs. Can Joe Burrow stay healthy long enough to get them into the playoffs? So
I think the Bengals right now are the scariest team in the division.
I was just going to ask you, if you had to pick one AFC team North besides the Browns, worries you the most heading into this season?
The Bengals. The Cincinnati Bengals are kind of if Joe Burrow is on track.
Yeah.
And they've added to the defense.
I would agree. No, I think that's a good one. So, all right, John, how about you do a sponsor read for us?
You want to do that? Okay, let me do this.
This is quick. I was going to do it. I'm like, you do it so good. I don't dare to take a step on this at all.
All right, summer is here, and if your house, driveway, deck, or patio didn't survive the Ohio spring looking its best, maybe it's time for a refresh. That's where WetJet Power Washing comes in. Based in Painesville Township and serving all of Northeast Ohio, WetJet has been helping homeowners and businesses look their best since 2001. House washing, roof cleaning, gutters, concrete sealing, deck restoration, commercial fleet cleaning, you name it, and they clean it. And these guys aren't showing up with a pressure washer from the hardware store. WetJet is fully insured, bonded, and uses professional-grade equipment along with eco-friendly cleaning solutions to get the job done right. Summer means cookouts, family gatherings, graduation parties, and spending more time outside. Make sure your home looks its best for every guest who stops by. And here's the best part. Mention There's a Gleam podcast and get $75 off WetJet's house wash and exterior window cleaning package. Give Scott and the team a call at 440-283-WASH. That's 440-283-9274. Or visit wetjetpressurewashing.com. WetJet Pressure Washing, clean that stands out. Let's get the Gleam back.
You're really good at that. And talked to our man Scotty over there, and he's gotten some referrals from There's a Gleam. He was
nice.
He looked surprised, which I was like, why?
Why are you surprised, dude?
I'm surprised you haven't had more.
Don't you know who we are?
Right. So let's see. We got Brian Clifton had the defense is still weak for the Bengals, but they got better. It's going to come to the O-line, and if they protect Burrow, he's another injury away from his career in jeopardy.
Ooh.
Brian, I totally agree. You're right on every front. Their offensive line's been terrible.
Great comment.
Yeah. And that defense, a lot of question marks. You don't have a Hendrickson anymore. So, well said, Brian. Thank you for that. All right, John, I got one more for you since you did such a good. We're not going to do the land this week, we said.
Right.
So we got one other one here. Let me flip over to here.
Poopa we do?
You got it.
All right, dog owners, this one's for you. And with our partnership with Euclid Pet Pals, if you're thinking about adopting a dog or you just brought one home, first off, congratulations. You've got a new best friend. But here's the reality. Summer means more time in the backyard, more cookouts, more family gatherings, and more playtime with your pup. The last thing you want to do is having to dodge little landmines every time you mow the lawn or fire up the grill. And that's where Poopa We Do comes in. They're a professional pet waste removal service based in Painesville Township, serving all of Lake County. And whether you need weekly service, monthly cleanups, or just a one-time visit before your next backyard party, they've got you covered. Now, let's be honest. Everybody loves playing with the dog, but nobody's excited about cleaning up after them. Service starts at $15 for one dog, making it one of the easiest ways to keep your yard clean, your family happy, and your weekends free. They've been serving Lake County for over 4 years with dependable, hassle-free service. You call, they show up, they scoop, you're done. So if you're adopting a new best friend from Euclid Pet Pals, or you're just tired of spending your weekends on Poop Patrol, give Poopa We Do a call. Call 440-941-9798 for your free quote. And be sure to tell them you heard about them on There's a Gleam podcast. Poopa We Do. Enjoy the dog. They'll handle the dirty work. Let's get the Gleam back.
Well said, man. You should be paid even more for the way you read those.
No shit.
So, hey, John, before we get to our free agent fighter of the week.
Yeah.
Do you remember free agent fighter Glenn Powell that we featured?
Yeah, I was going to tell you, Glenn Powell. I saw some news about Glenn Powell.
Easy. This is my time.
Okay.
Let me talk.
It's
No, was that Bull and Fox and Bull? They did their little segment, Let Me Talk.
I don't know. They're idiots.
Oh, I actually like Dustin Fox.
Well, Dustin Fox is good. And Bull, whatever.
Yeah,
okay.
But I got a picture of him right here. And I am happy to say that what am I happy to say? Well,
he got adopted. So let me talk. Glenn
Powell got adopted. Yeah. Now, I'm not saying it was because of us in this segment, but I am saying it may be because of us in this segment. So I don't know why, I don't know how, but I'm happy to say Glenn Powell got adopted. He was one of our free agent fighters. So good for you, Glenn Powell. I hope you have a happy life with your new family. And I thought that was awesome news. That made I saw that just the other day. That made my day. And Norris, who we featured the very first time we talked, they've created a whole page. I'm flooded with stuff constantly now. This dog, they're really trying. That's the one that's been in there for 3.5 years or so. So
yeah, they're really trying to get that dog a home.
Yeah, so I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna let you control the pictures here.
Okie dokie, I can do that.
And let's get to our free agent Fido of the week here.
All righty.
You know I want to belt it out, but all right, it's that time again for our favorite part of the show, Inside the Dog Pound, where every week we introduce you to a deserving dog looking for a second chance through our friends over at Euclid Pet Pals. This week's free agent Fido of the week is Roxanne.
You don't have to put on your red light.
Dude, that's going to sound terrible when I listen to that. But anyway, you know Browns fans understand something better than most. We know that you can't judge someone by their first impression. Sometimes all it takes is a little patience, a little faith, and an opportunity. That's Roxanne. Roxanne came to Euclid Pet Pals as a surrender, and shelter life hasn't been easy on her. When you walk past her kennel, she might seem a little reserved. She may hang back and quietly watch the world go by, but don't mistake that for who she really is. Because once Roxanne gets to know you, the walls come down. She transforms into an affectionate, gentle sweetheart who's simply been waiting for someone to make her feel safe again. She's believed to be around 2 to 3 year old. She's a beautiful lab pit mix with the sweetest eyes and adorable blocky head that's just begging for a few forehead kisses. She loves spending time with people, does wonderfully with older kids, walks nicely on a leash, and if you've got a treat in your pocket, well, you've officially become her new best friend. The girl's very treat motivated, and she's not shy about letting you know it. Roxanne doesn't need a perfect family. She just needs the right one. A family willing to give her a little patience, a little understanding, and a chance to show the amazing dog she's always been. The best part, she's already spayed, vaccinated, and ready to head home today. Every dog deserves someone who looks beyond the kennel and sees the heart inside. Roxanne has so much love waiting to give. All she needs is someone willing to believe in her. So if you've been thinking about adding a four-legged teammate to your family, maybe this is your sign. Stop by Euclid Pet Pals, meet Roxanne, spend a few minutes with her, and let her show you the sweet, loving companion that's been waiting for her forever home. Because sometimes the best free agents aren't the loudest ones. They're the ones just waiting for someone to call their name. Let's help Roxanne find the forever family she's been waiting for. And as always, don't shop, adopt. Clip that. She does look like a cute dog.
If I adopted this dog, I would change her name to Jeannie Simmons because of that tongue.
That tongue is so long. She looks like a great dog. So hopefully she gets adopted here.
I know. She's cute. All these dogs are cute.
Yeah. All right, John, let's get to some NFL news. You got a couple quick things here?
Quick things, Steve, real quick. I'm going to blow through these because I got to get to go and work here pretty soon. John Riggins from the old Washington Redskins running back, now Washington Commanders, will have his number 44 retired week 9 this year. I was always a big John Riggins fan. I don't know how you felt about him, but I just love the way he ran the ball.
Yeah, he was a big, slow. Well, actually, I think his speed was what's the word I'm looking for?
Like,
he seemed like, he's just this.
He's slow, but he's not.
Old, slow, white, bruising guy, but he had some speed to him. He was a John Riggins was a
that touchdown in the Super Bowl. I think it was a Miami Raiders or something they played. It was like 81, 82, and he ripped that 50-yard touchdown run off.
It was Raiders, wasn't it?
Was it the Raiders game? Yeah. Here's kind of one you probably heard about. Running back Chris Johnson from the Tennessee Titans will be inducted into their Ring of Honor. Mm-hmm. Unfortunately, he's been diagnosed with ALS, and I've seen online they've been doing some of the ice bucket challenges for Chris CJ2K Johnson.
That's crazy too. That's him. I feel bad.
Yeah. So who was more fun to watch in their prime, Steve? Chris Johnson, Adrian Peterson, or Jamal Charles?
Oh, I love BAP, Adrian Peterson. At first, I was slightly down. We didn't draft him, but we got Joe Thomas. So he can't be that upset. So I love BAP, Adrian Peterson. I thought he was a beast.
Yeah, he was. I think I'm with you on that, Adrian Peterson too.
Yeah,
I like Jamal Charles and Johnson, but they weren't as bruising as Peterson.
I would agree. That's a pretty fair take.
Okay,
that's it for that. One thing I don't know if you mentioned, but rumor they have it that Roger Goodell expected to receive an extension. Multiple reports had out that owners are expected to approve another contract extension for the commissioner. His current contract goes through March of 2027, and they're saying an extension could be finalized later this year. So,
well, there's no reason why they wouldn't. He's making the league a lot of money right now.
I mean, love him or hate him, Roger Goodell, I don't think isn't going anywhere. I think he's done that. Well, Seahawks are going to sell for nearly $10 billion. That ain't too shabby. So anyway, that's it with that. There's no rant and roll this week. I'm giving it a break. I'm feeling positive. I'm all about being positive this week. So, but you do have some Latzu, and I wanted to get to this. So
yeah, we got some Latzu tailgating.
There you go.
All right. So Steve, this is something I did behind your back a little bit. I went to our good buddy Rob Jacobs.
Oh, boy.
I gave him a list of he's our producer.
Unofficial producer.
I gave him a list of a bunch of tailgating supplies. I told him to pick 6 of them. Now, these tailgating supplies, you're going to have to decide, do you bring it or do you leave it at home? Now, you only have room for 5 pieces of tailgating equipment. So you've got to skip one of these at some point to go to the next one, but you don't know what you're going to get.
Hey, say that again.
So there's 6 things that you could take tailgating with you. I'm going to tell you 6. One at a time. You're going to say you're either going to take it or you're not going to take it with you tailgating.
I get 5 out of the 6.
But you get 5. So if you skip 1 at 3, you got to take the rest. Or you could just skip 6 at the end if you like everything you can get.
Okay.
You'll see. You'll see as we go.
All right.
Okay. All right. Number 1, a decent sized cooler. If you got the top brand cooler, good for you. A large Yeti's going to cost you a lot. Igloo will be fine. Just regular, dude. I've taken a box with ice packs in it.
You did.
Cool. So I just throw it away then.
Yep. Actually, it's pretty genius.
It really is. Then you don't have to carry it and take it back to your car.
Right. I agree.
All right. So number 1, Steve, a decent cooler. Are you
Absolutely.
gonna bring it or leave it at home?
No, I can't drink warm beer. It can't be too sunny, and I can't have warm beer. Those are my 2 no-nos when I drink.
Okay.
So,
okay. Next, a propane grill or charcoal grill. They both have their own purpose, and I don't think you could take charcoal in the Muni.
I was just gonna say, since you can't. No, I don't think.
I don't think anywhere. I don't think you can do that at a pit or anything. So let's go. Let's go propane grill.
And just for ease, because I've had both at home, I'm going propane.
Yeah, me too.
And I got to have a grill. We got to have food and drinks.
Okay.
That's tailgate.
You've got your 2 things, your grill and your food. Now, number 3, Steve, a folding table. I know we take them when we go tailgating, but you only have 5 things you can pick. Do you just want to use the back of your truck tailgate to use as a table, or are you gonna take a table with you?
That's good. This is
where it gets tricky, Steve. Are you taking a table?
You know what? I'm already thinking ahead. No, I'm not. I don't. Nope. I have a truck. I'll use my tailgate. Nope. No table.
No. Okay. So you're going to be getting the rest of these.
Yep.
All right. Well, this kind of doesn't work on now because it takes all the. I didn't think this through. All right. Portable speaker. Are you going to take it?
You know it, because I knew you were going to have music. Got to have me some music.
I didn't have this, Steve. This list is compiled by our producer, Rob Jacobs.
Well, because I got my phone, which can play music, I need a speaker to play it out of. So, yes, I want my speaker.
Okay. Now, he went off script a little bit, Rob. You know him.
Yeah.
So he put in here one that I did not have.
Oh, this is going to mess everything.
Cornhole boards.
Yeah, I got to take it now, but yeah, that's probably the most classic. Well, that or beer pong for a game.
Ladder ball. Would you play ladder ball?
I don't like that one as much. I'd give me the cornhole, and I would take that anyway. So yeah, got to have a game to play, right?
Yeah, and then the last one is chairs and canopy.
That's it. I figured you're gonna have something about chairs. I got to sit. I've had 2 hip replacements, so I need to sit at some point. So the table.
Okay, let me ask you this: you got a choice. You can take a chair or a canopy. What are you taking?
Oh, I'm probably taking a canopy then, because we've done both. Remember that one tent? Our tent was messed up and it was raining.
Oh,
you're not going to sit in the. That's when we were back at Burke for that. So luckily, there were people by us. We were able to. But if you don't have a tent in the weather,
you're in trouble.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, we got that. If you got your truck, I can sit somewhere, I guess. So yeah, I probably want it. What about you?
I would go tent also over a chair.
Now, everything I said, was there something you would have been like, no, I wouldn't have taken that?
I want to take all these, Steve. I need to work on this game because I feel like it can be better. I've got to work on it. I'm going to talk to our producer.
But which one would you, if you had to, looking at the list,
are those 6 things, if I could leave something at home?
Cooler's a given. Got to have a cooler to keep your food or drinks in and stuff.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, I think I don't want to agree with you, but I have to. I really think that the folding table, you can get by without a folding table. Well,
we did.
Hold on. If it's just me tailgating, I don't have a truck. So I don't know. I kind of need a table.
Yeah, but we did. Was that right behind City Hall? Is that City Hall? City Hall. We did. Did we have a table? Remember, we used the ledge to put the little portable thing. So you can
get by without. I think a table out of that list is probably the least.
You need a cooler. You need something to cook on. You got to have music. It's always fun to have music when you're down there.
Right.
And game. Who doesn't like to play a good cornhole? You're down there. So you're down there bright and early. So I would agree.
A table,
not bad. Yeah, table it is. And if you tailgate with Community Crew and with us, we bring it all, so you won't have to worry about that. We have tables, chairs, tents, music,
coolers,
everything. We're everywhere. All right, John.
I think that's it.
I think that's going to do it for us. We went a little over, but we were a couple minutes late, so we're usually around at 1:15. There, you can want to thank our sponsors, Wet Jet and Pressure Washing and Poo Poo Weedy. You can see where you can find us everywhere. And thank you for the comments. Good comments today. Rich over the Tuscarawas Browns backers. Thanks for commenting. Ethan, Brian, I'm missing, I think, somebody. Mike Palmer, thanks for all the comments, guys. We really appreciate it. Like I said, live every Wednesday at noon, YouTube, Facebook, and X, both on TikTok. Follow John. He's the fun one. He does a lot of great videos. I love seeing your videos. The other one that was popular, if we didn't even get a chance to talk about, is your poster. The post, and this wasn't one of our Gleam confessions or anything. This was just a random thing.
Just a post, yeah.
What was it? Like, who was that poster of a Browns player you had
Greg Pruitt.
Up?
It was Greg Pruitt. Growing up, I had a poster of Greg Pruitt in my room. And
that's a good one. 34. Yeah. One of my favorites growing up. So that was a good one. But anyway, want to thank you guys for joining us. Enjoyed the show, enjoyed doing everything. Anything else you want to add, John?
Steve, I just really want to thank everybody for chiming in, joining the show. This has been really fun getting to talk with a lot of Browns fans. We kind of all share the same want for the Cleveland Browns. So I just appreciate all the comments and everybody listening. Thank you very much.
Yeah, well said. Well said. I just looked and it seems like, dang, every week. And we're already up to like 1.2 over 1.2 on Facebook. It's just 2 weeks ago we had hit 1,000. Last week we're at 1.1 and we're already at 1.2. Facebook. I
thought you meant 1.1 million.
I mean, one day, right? That's the dream. But that we're going to. We got to work on. We've had a couple of people say that it's been hard to find us on YouTube, and I think we're under 100 still on there. So definitely try and grow that more. But and I think as the show grows, we're having fun. We're learning. We're doing new stuff. I think it can only get better. We got some exciting stuff planned. We've talked about having guests on the show. We've done it once, but we want to start maybe doing a little bit more routine. We're already been in talks with a few people, so I think that's in the pipeline real soon, John.
It is,
some guests
for sure.
I know people love us, but sometimes it's just fun to have other people on too. So
yeah, it is.
Anyway, on that note, again, thanks for joining us. Had a great time and have a great week, everybody. And remember what Coach Marty would say.
Gleam, man. There's a gleam. Let's get the gleam, all right? Let's go.
That still gives me chills, Steve.
I love that. That will never get old.
That will never get old.
I should wake up to that. Anyway, appreciate y'all. Training camp's starting next week. Hope to see you out there. And go Browns.
Go Browns.